Good morning, everyone. This morning, I'd like to talk about being impeccable with your word. So, a lot of people think that means being honest, like when we're speaking to someone, telling the truth, and, being true to our word. So, if we say we're going to do something, we do it. But it really means um, putting your energy into truth and love, especially about yourself. Because what I've learned along this journey is that the belief system that we have about ourselves, that we believe that we're not worthy of something, or that there's something about us that isn't good enough, that we don't measure up to other people. Those are belief systems that were given to us somewhere along our journey, but they're not true. And we have the power to change our belief systems by, putting all of these belief systems under a microscope and asking, is this true? And if not, where did it come from? And if it's not true, then why are we going to continue to use it as our belief system? Because our truth is determined by our perception of how we feel about ourselves. So when somebody is hating on you or, saying vicious things about you, it doesn't mean that that's who you are. It means they're looking through the lens of who they believe they are. Oh, and when we view things that way, it's very hard to get upset with other people because, you know, it's not true. Like, if you truly know who you are, if you are being impeccable with your word, that means how you speak with yourself. So if you don't feel happy inside, you're not being impeccable with your word. You're believing things that are not true. You're believing lies. But if you feel good inside, if you have peace and you view the world, through the eyes of love and truth, then, you don't really have an invested emotional feeling about anything. Like, when someone is maybe spewing lies about you, you don't view them in a bad light. You just view them as, well, sadly, that's the lens they're looking through because they don't love themselves, that they're lying to themselves. They haven't done their inner work. But it doesn't have to affect the way you feel because, especially if you have done your work, like I've been working on myself for quite a while, and I definitely am at peace now. And I don't view others in a bad light. I just view them as learning their lessons and, you know, what they say about me is, that's how they view themselves. It's just a reflection of themselves. I don't go around saying bad things about anybody because I don't say bad things to myself anymore. I do truly love myself. And when you get to that point, you won't be judging others anymore, or I shouldn't say at all. I mean, we're human, but you'll be able to recognize when you're judging and you can change that behavior right away. We are human, and we're very programmed. So it's very easy to slip back in old patterns. But once you get to a place where you truly love yourself, you can pick up on that right away. If you're gossiping, if you're judging people, you can right away say, oh, that's not who I want to be. I'm going to change that behavior because it's not acceptable. But when we're lying to ourselves, when we're telling ourselves we're not good enough, we're not worthy, that, everything about us is crap and that, we just don't deserve what other people have, then we're completely lying to ourselves. And that's how we view the world. So, like, if I'm hating on me, I don't think I'm worthy of anything, then people in my circle that, I'm interacting with, I'm going to feel the same way about them. I'm going to think they're not worthy either. So, anyway, I just wanted to state that, I am in a really good place. And it was by doing this type of work, like really looking at my belief systems and where they came from. And are they true? Is it true? Is it true that I'm not worthy? Is it true that I don't measure up to other people? Is it true that I'm not good enough to do the things that I want to do or achieve the things I want to do in life? Not true. It truly isn't. So, if you are negatively talking to yourself, if you're telling yourself something negative, journal about it. Write it down and say, okay, whatever the belief system is, and then try to think, where along the way did you start to become that person that you truly believe that belief system? We often pick it up from, our families at a very young age because of the belief systems that they picked up when they were young. not their fault, but we have the power to change it. And if you are not feeling happy inside when you talk to yourself, then you're not being impeccable with your word. You are lying to yourself. So give it a try. It will transform your life and you'll view the world in a different light. Have a great day.